Hello students, today we'll be solving the numericals based on inverse Z transform. Now the first numerical is find the inverse Z transform of x of z uh, of the inverse Z transform of x of z given as z square 1 minus 1 by 2 z to the power minus 1 1 minus z to the power minus 1 into 1 plus 2 z to the power minus 1, and for which the condition given is the ROC should be in between 0 to infinity, that 0 should be less than mod of z should be less than infinity. Now let's solve this question. We are given with this x of z. Now we'll multiply all the factors. We'll be getting x of z is equals to z square plus 1 by 2z minus 1 by minus 5 by 2 plus z to the power minus 1. Now let us take this equation as equation 1. Then according to the definition of z transform, we know that these are the z square has the coefficient 1, z has the coefficient 1 by 2, z to the power 0 has the coefficient minus 5 by 2, and z to the power minus 1 has the coefficient 1. Now hence we'll be writing it in this form. Z square will be the value of xn for n equals to minus 2, and z to the power 1 coefficient is the value of x of n at n equals to minus 1. So we are writing it in this form. This equation 1 can be written as x of minus 2 into z square plus x of minus 1 into z to the power 1 plus x of 0 plus x of 1 z to the power minus 1. Now we get by comparing equation 1 and equation 2. So here we are comparing equation 1 and equation 2. Will be getting the different values of n. At n equals to minus 2, the value is 1. At n equals to minus 1, the value is 1 by 2. At n equals to 2, the value is minus 5 by 2. At n equals to 1, the value is 1. Now hence we can directly write x of n in this particular form, where these are the values of xn at n equals to different values. So n equals to 0, the value is minus 5 by 2. So this is one of the method of obtaining x of n from the x of z given to us. Let us solve the another question. Using power series expansion technique, will be solving these x of z given to us. Now for the first case, x of z is 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1, where the ROC is mod of z greater than mod of a. Now in the second case, again here there's a mistake, students. This should be in the b case, ROC should be mod of z less than mod of a. There is a mistake, so you can just mark it in your copy that in the case b, the ROC should be mod of z less than mod of a. Now we'll start with the first a part, where ROC is mod of z less greater than mod of a. Now with this ROC, we already know that if this is our ROC, where ROC is mod of z greater than mod of a, the sequence would definitely be a right-sided sequence. Now using the long division method, here we'll be using long division method. Long division method again comes under the power series expansion method. This is not a different method, it's a part of a power series expansion method. So here we'll be using long division method. Now since it's a right-sided sequence, we know that the sequence xn will have the terms which will be having the negative powers of z. So we are dividing it in such a way that we'll be getting the quotient in the negative powers of z. So we are dividing 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1. Now let us take the first term. So this one will be taking the first term always for dividing it by this particular 1. So 1 divided by 1 will be 1. Here the second term minus a z to the power minus 1 will be minus a z to the power minus 1. So we'll be dividing it. This gets cancelled out. 1 gets cancelled out. This becomes a z to the power minus 1. For this term, if we are dividing it by 1, it will be again a z to the power minus 1. So a z to the power minus 1 minus this will getting multiplied minus a z to the power minus 1 getting multiplied by a z to the power minus 1. This becomes minus a z square z to the power minus 2. So again subtracting this, will be getting this term will get cancelled out. This can be written as a square z to the power minus 2. Again dividing it by this, here in the quotient will be having a square z to the power minus 2, and this gets this one. So here this goes on, this will be a continuous series. So we can write our x of z as 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1. This can be written as 1 plus a z to the power minus 1 plus a square z to the power minus 2, and it goes on till a k, z to the power minus k, and more again. Continue. So by definition we have x of n equals to 0 for n less than 0. Now here we can see that there are no there are no positive powers of z. So for n less than 0 we are not having any values, but x of 0 is 1. Here we are having a constant value 1, where z to the power 0 is 1. So x of 1 is a, x of 2 is a square, x of k will be a to the power k. So we can write it as x of n equals to a to the power n un. Here a to the power n, because x of 1 is a, x of 2 is a square, x of k will be a to the power k. And since we can write it as uk because it has the values from 0 to infinity. Now let us take the another one, the B part of the question, where the ROC is mod of Z less than mod of A. Now x of n is a left-sided sequence. From the ROC we can easily conclude that x of n is a left-sided sequence. So we must divide the x of z in such a way that we should get the terms in which we are having the positive powers of z. So we need to have the positive powers of z. Now multiplying the numerator and denominator by z. Here I am multiplying the numerator and denominator by z. We are getting x of z as z by z minus a. Now carrying out the long division method again. This denominator we are taking it in this form, minus a plus z. That creates a difference. Will be seeing the difference here. So because we are dividing this z by minus a plus z, so the first term will be minus a. So minus a, if I am dividing z by minus a, it will be minus a to the power minus 1 z. So that is our question, the first term of the question. So here this is the first term of the question for a. Now if I am dividing if I am multiplying this with this, the second term will be, that is minus a to the power minus 1 into z square. So this will be my second term. So this is how I'll be getting the question terms. So I'll be subtracting this one, and finally I'm getting a to the power minus 1 z square. Again the first term here, a to the power minus 1 z square divided by minus a, it will be a to the power minus 2 z square. So this becomes minus a to the power minus 2 z square. Again the second term will be minus a to the power minus 2 into z to z cube. So if z is multiplied by this, I'll be getting this as a term. So here again the subtracting it, and I am getting these as a quotient. Again I can write x of z as 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1. This is minus a to the power minus 1 z minus a to the power minus 2 z square minus a to the power minus 3 z to the power minus 3, and it goes on in continuation. So x of n I can define as 0 for n greater than or equals to 0. Here I am not having any constant term, that is z to the power 0 is not present here, and I am not having any term where I am having z with negative powers. So for n greater than and equals to 0, x of n is 0, and for negative values of n, that is x of minus 1, this is the term of x of minus 1, this is the term of x of minus 2, this is the term of x of minus 3. So x of minus 1 coefficient is minus a to the power minus 1, x of minus 2 is minus a to the power minus 2, x of minus 3 is minus a to the power minus 3. So I can write it in general as x of minus k will be minus a to the power minus k. So we can write the x of n as minus a to the power n u of minus n minus 1, because for u of n I cannot write it as u of minus n, because for n equals to 0 also we are not having any term here, so that will be minus n minus 1. So this is our x of n. So by this method also we can get our x of n by the long division method. Again the next example is, find the inverse z transform of the following x of z given to us. This is our first x of z, log of 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1 for mod of z greater than a, and the second one is log of 1 by 1 minus a to the power minus 1 z. This one is a to the power minus 1 z for mod of z less than mod of a. Now the power series expansion for log of 1 by r, we need to know this one and remember this one as log of 1 minus 1 by r can be written as minus summation n1 to infinity 1 by r into r to the power n, for mod of r should be less than 1. This is very important condition, and in this condition only this particular power series expansion formula for log of 1 minus r can be applied. Now we are given with x of z as log of 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1, where mod of z is greater than mod of a. Now x of z can be written as, this can be written as minus, taken this side because 1 minus a z to the power minus 1 can be written as to the power minus 1, and anything to the power log of anything to the power minus is taken as a number in the front. So minus log of 1 minus a z to the power minus 1. Hence the ROC is mod of z greater than mod of a. We know this ROC is already given to us. That is a z to the power minus 1 is less than 1. This we are concluding from this, when we are given that mod of z is greater than mod of a. Now if I take this a this side, this becomes, or if I take z this side, in the z in the right side, this becomes 1 and this becomes a z to the power minus 1. So that has been written in this form, a mod of a z to the power minus 1 should be less than 1. So x of z in power series expansion is summation n1 to infinity 1 by n, this is a z to the power minus 1 to the whole power n. Now this is our x of z, this was our x of z minus log a 1 minus a z to the power minus 1. So this has been written as log of this, this is taken as r, and this is applied to this particular formula, that is minus summation 1 to infinity 1 by n r to the power n. Now what is r? It is a z to the power minus 1. Now since we already have a minus here, so minus minus gets cancelled out. This is summation 1 to infinity 1 by n, this is 1 by n a z to the power minus 1. In place of r, I have just replaced this a z to the power minus 1. So this has been written as summation n1 to infinity 1 by n a to the power n z to the power minus n. Now this is basically nothing but the formula of the x of z, where the formula of x of z says summation n 0 to summation n 0 to infinity x of n n z to the power minus n, that is for positive values of n for a one-sided sequence. Now this can be written as, since x of z is n1 to infinity 1 by n a to the power n z to the power minus n, we can write x of n as 1 by n a to the power n for n greater than and equals to 1, and it is 0 for n less than and equals to 0. So this is our formula x of n, that is 1 by n. From here I am writing my x of n as 1 by n a to the power n for n greater than and equals to 1, and it is 0 for n less than and equals to 0. So x of n is 1 by n a to the power n u of n minus 1, because of this particular condition. Now the second one is b part is log of 1 by 1 minus a to the power minus 1 z. This can be written as minus log 1 minus a to the power minus 1 z, wherein my ROC is mod of z less than mod of a. Now when ROC is mod of z less than mod of a, this can be written as a to the power minus 1, when a is taken this side, a to the power minus 1 should be into z should be less than 1. Now with the power series expansion method, x of z is 1 in summation n1 to infinity 1 by n a to the power minus 1 z whole power n. Now this can further be now here we need to change the value of n to minus n. So this is written as x of z is n1 to infinity 1 by n a to the power minus 1 z, because we want z to the negative powers. That is the only reason that we are changing n to minus n. So here the summation limits becomes n minus 1 to minus infinity, this becomes minus 1 by n 8a to the power minus 1 z becomes whole power minus n. Now this can be written as x of z n minus 1 to minus infinity minus 1 by n a to the power n z to the power minus n. Now hence we can write that x of n is 0 for n greater than n equals to 0, and it is minus 1 by n a to the power n for n less than n equals to minus 1. So it starts with minus 1. X of n can be written as minus 1 by n a to the power n u of minus n minus 1. So this is how, with the formula of the log of 1 minus r, we can expand the x of z, and we can obtain x of n from it. Now another example is using partial fraction expansion method. Find the inverse z transform of x of z given to us. This is our first x of z, z by 2z square minus 3z plus 1, where mod of z is less than 1 by 2. The second one is same with mod of z greater than 1. Now with the partial fraction expansion method, x of z is given to us here. We need to bifurcate the denominator in the terms of poles, that is 2z square minus 3z plus 1 can be written as z by 2 taken out, z minus 1 by 2. This is an important part. This needs to be done in the case of partial fraction expansion method. So this can be written as we have already discussed this thing, x of z by z, we need to write it. This can be written as 1 by 2 z to the power minus 1 z into 1 by 2 z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 2, and this can further be written as c1 by z minus 1. Now since this one is the first factor of z, and this one is the second factor of z, plus c2 by z minus 1 by 2. Now since we are having only these two factors, so we have taken only c1 and c2. As c0 is always 0 in most of the cases, so we have not mentioned here c0. Now we already know the value of ck. Ck is z minus pk, x of z by z for z equals to pk. So we'll calculate for c1. c1 is z minus 1 into x of z by z, which is 1 by 2 z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 2 for z equals to 1. From here we are getting the value of c1 as 1. Again the second constant, which is c2 is calculated by the same formula, and we are getting the value of c2 as minus 1. This is very easy to solve, students. Just try it out, you'll be getting these answers. Now we can write x of z as z by putting the value of c1 and c2. c1 was 1 and c2 was minus 1. So x of z can be written as z by z minus 1 minus z by z minus 1 by 2. Now we know the ROC condition is mod of z less than 1 by 2. Now when we know the ROC is mod of z less than 1 by 2, that means it's a left-sided sequence. So we can directly write it write the x of n as, for the first part it will be minus u of n minus 1, because this one is a for this one it is z minus 1. ROC is mod of z less than 1 by 2. It is a left-sided sequence. For both the cases will be having negative values. So this is minus u n minus 1, and this is again here it will be minus minus is missing here. Just add minus here, because this becomes minus u minus n minus 1. This becomes minus u minus n minus 1. Just remember, student, this will be minus n minus 1 plus. Now since we are already having a negative sign here, this becomes 1 by 2 to the power n u minus n minus 1. So the entire x of n will be minus u minus n minus 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n u of minus n minus 1. Coming to the second part, when the x of z is this and the ROC is mod of z greater than 1. B part. Now since the ROC is mod of z greater than 1, it is a right-sided sequence, so both the sequence will have un term attached to it. The first term is un, the second term is minus 1 by 2 to the power n un. So we can directly write the sequence. Now the next example, find the inverse z transform of x of z given to us, where ROC is mod of z greater than 2. 2. Now x of z has a multiple order pole. Multiple order pole, that means it has z by z minus 1 is our first factor, and the second factor is z minus 2 ka whole square. Now this is a multiple order pole. Now this again needs to be solved by using partial fraction expansion method. This can be written as x of z by z equals to 1 by z minus 1 into z minus 2 ka whole square plus c1. This is a single order pole. The first c1 by z minus 1 plus, now this one has two order, multiplicity is 2 here, that is z minus 2 ka power is 2. So we'll be taking lambda 1 and lambda 2. Lambda 1 for the first time z minus 2 plus lambda 2 for the second time z minus 2 square. So this is our equation 1. Solving for C1, the same thing, the same formula that we'll be applying, just like for getting the value of Ck. C1 is this one, and this way we are getting the value of C1 as 1. Now for lambda we have the formula lambda r minus k is 1 by factorial k dk by dzk z minus pi to the power r x of z by z for z equals to pi. Now r is 2 here, that is multiplicity r is 2. Now taking k as 0, lambda 2 will be solving for lambda 2 first. So lambda 2 is z minus 2 square 1 by z minus 2 ka square again for z equals to 2. Z minus 2 gets cancelled out, lambda 2 becomes 1. Now putting these values of C1 and lambda 2 in the equation 1. So we'll be substituting the values of lambda 1 and C1 and lambda 2 in equation 1. We get this 1 by z minus 1, z minus 2 ka square by C1 is 1 by z minus 1 plus lambda 1 is as it is by z minus 2, and lambda 2 is again 1 by z minus 2 ka square. Now setting the value z as 0 in the above equation. This was our equation. We have taken this side as it is. We have substituted the value of C1 and lambda 2 in this equation, and finally we are putting the value of z as 0 in this entire expression. We'll be getting the value of lambda 1 as minus 1. Now again putting the value of lambda 1 as minus 1, we'll be getting x of z as this form. This is mod of z greater than 2. Now from this ROC, this we can conclude that it's a right-sided sequence. We can directly write it as x of n as un for this first term. For the second term, minus 2 to the power n, since minus is already here, so it is minus 2 to the power n un. For the third term, it is n into 2 to the power n minus 1 u of n, because this one is the property of multiplication by r. So this is what is the property that we are using, z to the power minus 1. If I take the inverse z transform of z by z minus 2 ka whole square, it will be n times 2 to the power n minus 1 un. That is what we have written directly here. So this is how we solve the numericals based on the different patterns of x of z given to us. Thank you, and that's all for today, students. Take care.